Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'm going to be talking about YouTube. Majority of entrepreneurs right now are struggling because of one thing, and that's not having YouTube. And trust me, when you have YouTube, you have different leverage. You have different kind of leverage. And there are multiple benefits of having a YouTube channel. You're leaving a lot of money on the table not starting on YouTube. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can actually get started. I'm going to be giving actionable tips, practical tips that you can go ahead and start implementing from today and actually start seeing results for yourself, inshallah. So if you're new here, I'm Arsal and I help Muslim entrepreneurs, Muslim coaches, Muslim consultants grow on social media and actually get sales and leads through social media. And I build those conversion systems that get the maximum results out of their audience. So in this video, YouTube. And before I actually start and get into this video, let me tell you that this video is mainly for a high ticket offer, or most preferably B2B, and you need to know your ICP before you get into this video, because if you don't have the foundation, then I can't really help you. Yeah, you need to know your ICP, and you are well aware of your market. You need to know at what stage your ICP is at. You need to know their hobbies, their interests. You need to have proper competitor research in your space done before you start this YouTube video. And if you don't have that ready, you might as well scroll off. You might as well do these things first and then come back to this video to get the maximum results after watching this video. So first of all, I'm going to be going over the 3 mindset shifts, and then I'm going to be giving the practical advice. And the reason I'm saying I want to give these 3 practical shifts first, because if you don't have these shifts, if you don't properly understand the power of YouTube, the way it can actually affect your business, you can't really yield the maximum results out of it. Yeah, so this will ultimately help you make proper YouTube videos, the kind of videos that doesn't really need to have views but actual sales. Yeah, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. YouTube is a must for anyone selling a high ticket offer. Mindset shift number 1. You need to understand these three key things. Mindset shift number 1. High ticket clients don't buy from a 30-second clip. The first point is the most important, but I don't want to build some sort of fake climax. The third point is most important. I'm just going to say that first point is the most important. The second and third points are going to help you maintain that consistency, but the first point is going to help you build that mindset. And after these mindset shifts, again, I'm going to be giving away the practical tips, how you want to structure the YouTube video, what kind of YouTube videos you should create, and what kind of SEO optimization you should do to get started. So high ticket clients don't buy from 30-second clips. If anyone wants to buy from you, before anyone wants to pay you something, they need to see 2 things in you. That is expertise, and they need to build that trust. Expertise. And how can you build that expertise in some 30-second clip? Yeah, how can you show that you have that expertise in 30-second clip? You know you have the knowledge about what you sell works. Now you need to prove that the facts you say by giving them in-depth information. Yeah, because high ticket clients need information. They don't buy on emotion, they buy on facts, they buy on numbers. You get me? They need to build that kind of trust. They need to have more content minutes with you, which you don't really get to have that in 30-second clips. Show your dedication and the knowledge you have, because if you see the Google 7-11-4 rule, for a potential customer to become a buyer, they typically need to spend 7 hours of content exposure. Now tell me how you're gonna share that 7 hours of content exposure through 30-second clips, through just reels. You can't really do that. You get me? And that's why I use YouTube. That's why you need to use YouTube to build that expertise, to build that trust. Yeah. And one more thing you need to know is attention does not equal to curse. Yeah. First of all, I don't have any hate against this guy. I don't really have any opinions on this. I just put his pictures out of it because I was a bit lazy. I didn't really want to search across all those gurus to just show their lifestyle. So what he does is he shares his lifestyle. He flexes his lifestyle. He does a lot of riya. So he gets a lot of attention, but that doesn't equate to currency. Yeah, you can get millions of views, but you can get $0. Yeah, because attention is not equal to currency. It was equal to currency back in the day, but now trust is equal to currency because we are living in a trust recession. For example, if you see this video, how Aspen and Ronnie went from homeless to 20K per month, and he shares exactly how they went, and he has a client interview with them, and it really got 100 views. But I can see for a fact, if a qualified lead, but if a qualified person watches this YouTube video, they are gonna buy. They are gonna buy regardless of the views. Yeah, views don't even matter. You just need to make sure that the right people are watching. So in 2025, it's harder than ever to gain trust. We are living in a trust recession because if you see this graph, US social trust, people, percentage of people who say most people can be trusted, like you can see the graph has been going down, and I can say for a fact it's more lower right now because this is in 2020, and at that time that was just the corona time. Now more growths are there, more people are copying each other, copying their scripts, copying each other's videos, and you can't really trust anyone unless you show your expertise in YouTube videos. Yeah, because before you could simply, like I'm talking about 2018 and stuff, you could simply have a poster as an ad and run it on Facebook and you could literally get sales. Yeah, people had that trust. You could simply run that and you could get those sales, and that's what majority of dropshippers did at the time to build generational wealth. But now if you make an ad, a high quality ad if you want, and run it on Instagram and Facebook, you get comments like this: nice try, Didi, Sibao, what is bro yapping about? Stop your yapping, and another graduate from Yapper University. You get me? Like, we are living in a trust recession. You have to understand that you need to properly show that you have something of value so that people don't actually say that you're yapping. Yeah, because the game has completely changed, and to finally prove that we're finally moving on to the next point, I want to ask this final question to you. Yeah, who would you trust more? Yeah, a person who just chose this 9 months of dropshipping changed my life. Would you buy after watching this reel? You'll be like, nah, never. Yeah, and would you buy from this? Maybe, because surface level value 18 minutes, highly edited, how to actually start dropshipping. He shares surface level value, not really anything in depth. Or would you buy from something like this? 28 minutes value, 28 minutes video. He shares a lot of value. He shares a lot of practical tips, practical advices. Um, I think he shares in-depth information by doing it himself. Yeah, so maybe after watching this video I might convert. You get me? If I'm a beginner trying to start dropshipping. Or would you buy from this 18-hour 11-hour courses, crazy value? And if I watch that video, if I actually implement this, there's like very little chance that I will not buy from him. I will buy from him. I will actually buy from him if I actually watch this video, if I actually see that this guy has the expertise, this guy knows what he's talking about, I'll buy from him. Yeah. So the longer the video, the more information you share, the more trust you gain, the better kind of clients you're getting. And you need to use YouTube for that kind of trust. You can use Instagram for building that connection, sharing your stories and stuff, but YouTube should mainly be about the value, the authority you're getting. Yeah, so that's why I think it's probably clear by now why high ticket clients don't buy from 30-second clips. Yeah, now moving on to the next point, which is unlimited time leverage. Especially if you're a founder, you could literally record a 40-minute video in the whole week, and your team could literally clip out 10 to 15 reels based on your speaking skills, of course, because if you have speaking skills like me, you might like get 5 clip reels, not more than that, for a 40-minute video. But if you actually want some good clips, you could literally get 10 to 15 reels out of the 40 minutes videos. Yeah, and you could even automate the system, hire clip curators and editors. You can post multiple times a day without any effort. Imagine this: you record 40-minute videos every single week, and you post 10 to 15 reels every single week. Imagine that amount of traffic, the amount of attention you're getting. And once you have a good sort of team ready for you, a good sort of clip curators ready for you, you can easily use a strategy to scale. Yeah, and that's why I literally have a lot of editors in my team, a lot of clip creators ready to work, and I understand this, and that's why I hired this. And if you are editor, you can just reach out to me to work with me. Yeah, um, I'm always hiring. Now the next thing is, the third point is compounding asset. Again, mainly for founders, YouTube videos are like a compounding assets. Yeah, because once you create a very good YouTube video, yeah, you're attracting, nurturing clients for over an year without any more input. For example, have a look at this. Have a look at this dashboard. Yeah, this video was posted 534 days ago, and it's still getting views after this. Like last 48 hours, 291 views. Yeah, and look at the graph. It has never ever dipped. Now just go over to your Instagram dashboard. Go over any reel that you have posted 534 days ago, if you have anyone. Yeah, and just look at the graph. It will be something like this. Yeah, because Instagram doesn't recommend videos after 2 to 3 days until it has gone viral or something. Yeah, and that too will be max to max 30 days or nothing serious after that. And look at this, 318 days, and it's still getting 455 views after 48 hours. No, I'm not gonna be any like selling fake expectations. This is very rare, and you need to really have a proper YouTube video, like a very crazy performing YouTube video to have this kind of graph, because this kind of results you mainly get through YouTube search. Yeah, you can't really get this through browse features or your Instagram as well. You can get through Instagram if you have that YouTube video on your link in bio, but this is mainly through YouTube search. When you actually have proper SEO optimizations, the kind of thing that your clients are actually searching for. Because if you see YouTube is a problem solving hub, if you have a problem, you don't really go to Instagram and search for that problem, search for the solution of the problem. You go to YouTube and you search the problem, and if you see a longer form of video, you click on that. And that's what your clients are searching for right now. They are literally searching for your solutions. Yeah, because once you go to the once you properly optimize your SEO for your clients, and you actually have that search optimization, they are literally gonna uh, they are literally gonna search, and they're gonna come to your YouTube videos, and it's like a timeless feature you have, a compounding asset, I like to call. So yeah, that was the third mindset shift, and this was like the 3 mindset shifts that you need to have, and I think it's probably clear by now how YouTube is a must for you. And if you have any doubts, again, reach out to me on Instagram. And I think this might be clear by now, these 3 mindset shifts. Now I'm actually going to the how to actually start part. If you have, I recommend you to take notebook, pen, paper with you, because it's gonna be really informative, very actionable tips that I'm gonna give you. And if you're actually ready to start, Bismillah. YouTube content is mainly divided into 4 types here: action-based, educational, key videos I like to call, or crash courses, and conversions. And we're gonna go over them one by one. I'm also gonna share some advices while giving some tips, some kind of examples that about the Muslim entrepreneurs who are actually implementing this and getting results here. Action-based. This is mainly your how-tos, step-by-step breakdowns, actual steps. So the video you're actually watching right now is an action-based video. I'm actually giving you actionable tips that you can implement right now. Yeah, we need to provide them with value, even if it means to provide the value that you only give to your paid clients. So for example, the video you're watching, I don't really like giving this advice to you. Like, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, straight up, I don't like giving this advice to you. This is mainly to my paid clients, but I'm gonna give it to you. Take this, take advantage of this. And the reason we do this is because we need to build that kind of authority. We need to show that you actually know what you speak about, and we don't really scam them of their time. And you will understand this this point once we get to the next step of YouTube videos. Yeah. So some examples of this is how to build a personal brand in 7 steps, and how to build systems that actually achieve your goals. So he gives step by steps, actionable steps that you can implement. Go ahead and implement right yourself. And imagine this, bro. You give actionable tips and they go ahead and implement that. And the moment they implement that and they get results because of you, because of your free content, their natural instinct will be to come to you and work with you. That's clear. That's naturally human instincts, because whenever you give a value and they get results, they need there's a normal psychology that they need to give back something, they need to return you, they need to thank you with something. And like, they are gonna work with you if you have a proper actionable steps, action based videos. And the next is educational videos. This is sort of why content. Yeah, why kind of content. um, for example, don't start a personal brand, do this instead. He's not sharing any practical advice. He's just saying the problems with a personal brand. He's just sharing his own solution to the thing he's selling. Yeah. So he just provides them with value, educational content that like to call, make them aware, day-to-day filler videos. Because if you're trying to be consistent with YouTube videos, this kind of videos, like the filler videos, for example, this as well, why it's actually easier for Muslims to make money. You hit your goals but feel nothing. Not in this kind of videos, they're not really providing any actionable advice. They're just giving out the value, the hidden danger of practicing Islam without learning Arabic. Be careful, bro. Like, he's just making you aware. Yeah. So this point should be really clear by now by the examples I've shared. This is very good for nurturing. It's generally good for attraction as well, because this kind of videos actually build curiosity. For example, if you see this, don't start a personal brand, do this instead. He has 4K subscribers, he got 13K views. And this kind of videos like build that kind of curiosity, because it's like we are making them aware by building them the curiosity. You hit your goals but feel nothing, the arrival fallacy. So yeah, that's the educational content. Now we are gonna go to the key videos for the crash courses, and this is like really crucial for every single YouTube channel out there. If you're gonna start your YouTube video, make couple of educational and attraction content, educational or actionable content, and then your main key thing is to create a crash course, at least one. For example, the only thing video it takes for a stranger to get stranger to turn into a buyer. The video I showed you over here, this one, this is a key or a crash course videos. Yeah, crash course. Yeah. Um, Extreme level of attraction. It's attraction as well, because if you see, once you have a video like this, for example, 52K subscribers, 522K views, you get me? So once you have videos like this, people are gonna click. Your qualified people are gonna click, because once they see this 6-hour course completely for free, they have no reason not to watch this video. It's really good for attraction and crazy for nurturing, crazy for building that authority, proving that proving that you are the right person. It literally, it's the only video that takes for a stranger to turn into a buyer. Yeah. But the only downside of it is like very hard to produce. And if you're actually planning to create one, the length should be more than 30 minutes or more than 45 minutes. Doesn't really need to be 6 hours or 18 hours. That's It's good if you do that, but if you have any idea about 45 minutes, you're good to go. Could have compiled video of other videos. So for example, that's what I'm planning to do as well. You need to literally plan out your whole course video. For example, I go over how to start YouTube video, how the mindset shifts you need to have for your YouTube video. That's one video. The things you need to remember before you create your first YouTube video, like, and just post them all YouTube videos, and in the end I just compile all of them. I hope that the point is clear for you. I don't think so I conveyed it well, but I hope it's clear for you. And only having one video like this could literally have a direct link to your revenue, because a lot of people I have seen, when they have branded a question on their onboarding form, like what was the key thing that differentiated them, majority of those guys will say that this was the thing, the key crash course video. Yeah. And finally, the conversion YouTube videos is where you share case studies, client interviews. For example, how I helped Luke hit 61K per month at 20-year-old, how Aspen and Ronnie went from homeless to 20K per month, Eddie Cumberbatch 7-figure YouTube sales funnel. All of this, they built conversion based content. And this kind of content literally don't require a lot of views. You could literally get 400, 100 views, and you could literally print cash out of it. What The real purpose of this is to build direct credibility, and will be the last video before they convert. Yeah. For example, what happens is they watch your key crash course video, they watch a lot of your educational content, they watch a lot of your actionable content, they implemented those steps, they are ready to work with you, but they haven't really made that step, they haven't really committed. And this kind of conversion based content is really what differentiates them, what really pushes them off the cliff to go ahead and work with you. Yeah. So use this as a pre-call sequence. Yeah, crazy for authority. I like to share this kind of videos in DMs, before calls, pre-call sequences, to actually increase the show rates and close rates, and show that you're actually serious about what you're doing. Yeah, the more you have this, the better quality of leads you sign, because the more trust you are building. And you might be asking, what if I don't have any results? And this is like the question a lot of you guys might be having here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to create case studies of successful people in your space who have already implemented what you provide. For example, this guy, I don't know if he actually worked with him or not, but he actually did a case study. Yeah, he showed how he went from A to B, so that the people who come can actually see how this guy went from A to B, and how this guy, whoever, I think is I'm an Arab, how he can help you go from point A to point B. You need to create case studies to build that kind of authority, and it works in a similar way as well. An example for me could be how this person scaled to X $1,000 for his XYZ offer only through his content, or organic content, or paid content, or through this strategy, through this system, anything like that. Yeah, you need to build that kind of conversion based content. And the next question that stands up for you is like, what is the ratio, like what percent of what should I create? And there's not a fixed percent that I ask you to create. It mainly depends on your audience, but in a general way, I don't really like to give numbers, but take this. I don't really wanna give you that curiosity. So I'm just gonna spit out some numbers. It can be different for your niche, it can be different for your audience, it can be different for your offer. So educational 40 to 50%, action based 20 to 30%, conversion 15 to 20%, key or crash course type videos less than 1%, or less than 1 to 3%. Yeah. So the way you can identify the percent of the videos you need to create is through, for example, if you have a large audience, you know that they are qualified, then you need to have more of the conversion based content. Yeah, then you need to have more of the action based content rather than educational content. And if you have like very less audience, people don't actually trust you, you need to build that kind of authority. You need to have more of educational and key crash course type of videos. So mainly differs, up to you, up to your offer. You need to actually research your market, research your ICP, research your offer to map this out. Yeah, there's no fixed thing for one. Now, how to structure your YouTube videos, you script your YouTube videos, and once again, exceptions can exist. Always. And for example, this video that I'm recording is an exception itself. Yeah, so let's just head into it. Take this as a template, you can structure this video around it, and build your own style around it. Yeah, so it's first thing, intro or hook, where you serve the title. First of all, a lot of things, one of the biggest mistakes I see is the title is something, the thumbnail is something, and the first hook is nothing related to them. So for example, I could create videos something like, you need to start creating personal brand, and I start giving psychological advices. that doesn't work. They literally scroll off. Yeah. So example, explain what the video will be about. Set expectation about what they can expect in that YouTube video. Don't reveal the key point yet. You just need to build that kind of curiosity. And then we have the build up, where you just tease the key value point, or I like to call that climax, but you don't reveal it, you just tease it. For example, in this video I'm going to be talking about the 5 main key things that you need to implement right now to scale your business, and then I could say that the fifth one is the most important. I don't really like doing that, but you need to have that, yeah, to get maximum leverage. And then I like to have a sort of soft CTA, because a lot of people, what I see doing is they only have one CTA across their whole YouTube video, and that is in the end. And if you see your graph, the least amount of people are in the end of your video. Like 80% of the video people are gonna scroll off, and those 80% of the viewers could even have your ICPs in it. You don't really want that, so that's why I like to have that kind of soft CTA right after the build up of the hook. Yeah, keep it around 30% or 50% of the video. Like you have to place it around when it's like 30 to 50% of the video. It should be extremely subtle and natural. It shouldn't be a hard sell. Very, very soft CTA, soft and short, without actually making it feel like we are selling. It shouldn't be anything salesy. Yeah. So an example of it could be something like, if you want to see the exact step-by-step process for landing your first client, including how to outreach and the exact steps that I use for myself to scale my coaching business, click the link in the description to watch my free course I put together, or any other free asset. Notice how we don't use words like book a call with me, apply to see if you qualify. You get me? So you don't really come off. You don't really need to come off as salesy, because once you do, people are gonna scroll off. You literally are showing that this video is a VSL and not a educational and actionable video. And a pro tip is, your CTA should feel like a natural extension of the value you're already providing in the video. For example, if I'm giving out how to start YouTube, my CTA could be something like, I'm giving out a free call for you guys to properly map out your YouTube channel, how to actually start them, the roadmap you need to take to actually scale your business. Yes, so it could be similar to that. I'm not really offering that, but if you're actually qualified, just hit me up. I might actually help you. Yeah. So it should be like a natural extension of the video. If you're teaching someone on how to do something, offer them the exact templates, resources, or additional training that makes it easier. Yeah. Now we are gonna go to the main value part, and it's like the majority of our script. It's recommended to freestyle this, but as I'm freestyling right now, I don't really have a script. I literally have proper pointers, you could say, or a my robot I have to keep myself intact. Because if I just don't have this and I actually start recording something like this, instead of going from A to B, I might go from A to C. I don't really have a proper structure, and it might make you feel boring, because I'm not really sticking into the topic here. So have pointers on how you want this to be structured. And the reason I'm saying it to be scriptless is because you can, if you have it scriptless, you can record it for a longer time, and it feels a lot more natural, because the main purpose of YouTube video is to build that kind of trust. If you're not really recording scriptless YouTube videos, how can you build that kind of trust? If you're using ChatGPT scripts, you can't really show who you are, right? You're not being you. So climax should be revealed at the end, preferably. Again, up to you. I don't really have a lot of comments on that. And your value shouldn't be any scam of that time. You get me? So if you're providing value where you're not really providing value, if you're like bloating the whole video, a lot of guys I've seen, they're literally providing obvious information that a lot of people know. Yeah. And if that's obvious information is throughout the whole, like the maximum 70% of your value, people are not gonna even go through the 30% of the value that is actually important for them. Yeah. So you need to like properly structure your value section, because this is where you need to actually make sure that you're keeping the retention up, and this is the hardest place to actually keep the retention up. Yeah, and in the end there's hard city and closing. That's, I think, probably obvious for you. You don't really want to go into much detail in that. Yeah, so I think it's probably clear by now what kind of YouTube videos you need to create, how to structure your YouTube videos. And one more thing that I don't really add in this Miro board is that if you have a big Instagram audience or a TikTok audience or anywhere, what you could do is simply record a reel with your YouTube video, where you simply say like something like, I've recorded a full reel, comment this to watch the I've recorded a full YouTube video, comment this to watch the full YouTube video. And you can use this as a lead magnet. You even run a story sequence before you put out a YouTube video, talking about the pain points that you're gonna solve in the YouTube video, and then just CTA them to a YouTube video so that they can watch the YouTube video and hopefully convert, inshallah. So I think that's it for now. If you're a Muslim entrepreneur actually looking to scale through your social media, actually land high ticket clients through social media, and you're tired of randomly posting, you're not really sure what to do next, and if you want me to implement this whole thing for you, feel free to reach out to me. I'm actually running a new offer where I help you implement this in a rev share model. Yeah, so if you actually land clients, I get a percentage of it. If you grow, I grow. So there's no risk, very little risk involved to this. I actually implement my team of setters, editors, VAs. I track everything. I track your content to make sure that you actually are not posting randomly, but you're actually posting strategically to actually build that kind of trust, authority to get those high ticket clients. And I only work with Muslims. I only create halal content. If you're open to learn more about it, just DM me on Instagram, or book a call from the link in the description, where I'll just show who I am, what I do. We'll just have a quick chat. Keep your oracle in the fridge before coming. Don't really want to sell you anything. I'll also give you a proper roadmap if you want. That's it for this video. I hope I provided you a lot of value. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.